In the battle of the Borussias, it was Borussia Dortmund who came out on top. And boy, did they come out on top, Janusz. 6-0 it finished. And we will get to those goals and we'll get to what we saw and what the win means for them. But it's been somewhat overshadowed by Gio Reyna having to come off injured before even 30 minutes had been played, in tears. And this was his first start since back in August, when obviously he got injured during international action for the USA. This is what nobody wanted to see.
Well, absolutely. First and foremost, of course, for Borussia Dortmund, because already at his young age, he's been so influential for that team. And of course, he's very much needed. But in particular for us here on this, on this side of the Atlantic, yeah, it's key. Here's a player that obviously U.S. men's national team counts a lot about, on, and he hasn't played in the octagonal, has he? Not even a minute so far, and obviously the 3 big matches coming up, and we all hope that the U.S. men's national team will be in Qatar, and we all thought that Gio Reyna was going to be another ace, of course, in the pocket of Greg Berhalter, and we'll see what happens. We don't know exactly what the injury was, but it's just absolutely terrible. You saw it from his reaction. Obviously, his father, Claudio, was my teammate as well. I know how he must feel. His mom, who also played football as well. I'm sure he's going to come out of it stronger. And I just hope that this is nothing too serious. And he will be in Qatar together with the U.S. men's national team.
Yeah, everybody hoping for that too. At the time of recording, we don't know the status of his most recent injury. We do hope that it's nothing too serious for him. We wish him well in his recovery. Let's get to this game then, and what happened when it came to the goal scoring. So 6-0. I suppose the player we should highlight, first of all, is Marco Reus, right?
Yes, I mean, if you look at this, I mean, incredible, 2 goals and 3 assists involved in just about every goal, other than the last one was, of course, a penalty. Somebody was talking about the stats: 11 goals, 8 assists in 15 matches against his former team. That just seems absolutely crazy when it comes to that. And he's, of course, so important in the absence of Erling Haaland. He's key. And look, I mean, what I like about this, not just or in particular Marco Reus and Dortmund, is the resilience, right? They were humbled, if you remember, against Leverkusen 5-2 at home, and then the next game against Union, he scored a couple of goals. They won 3-0. They were humbled just midweek against Rangers at home 4-1, and here he is, a player that the entire team counted on, came big in this one with the stats that we just mentioned. So that's important, and not just the win, but also a clean sheet, something that, just these results that I've mentioned, Borussia Dortmund has had problems with. The back line suffered once again. Zagadou early had to come off because of injury. We know Akanji against Rangers had to come off as well. So they haven't been settled throughout the season so far. So, okay, I mean, it's just a big win for them.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your favorite goal, Janusz?
Oh, I already forgot them all. Which one?
Okay, so you've got Marco Reus, Donyell Malen, Marius Wolf, and then that was obviously a sub. You've got Yusuf Moukoko, Chan, Reus again.
I think Reus one-on-one. I mean, that to me was one where I think, he showed his coolness, even though it didn't matter. Maybe pressure was off, but I think all of them were extremely important. Usually, probably the first one is one that you remember, and just because the result, you see it 6-0. I think one of the key men, because I mentioned the clean sheet, was Gregor Kobel, the goalkeeper. Because if you remember early on, 3 massive saves. I mean, that game could have gone differently. I think, if memory serves right, was Manu Kone was very early, great save by him. Neuhaus and Ben Sebaini, I think, 3 very important saves from the goalkeeper. Because 6-0, it's easy, but as we all know, the game can go in different directions sometimes, and the goalkeeper came up big.
Yeah, and this was a great result, especially after what happened in the Europa League against Rangers, that 4-2 win for Rangers. Lastly, obviously he wasn't on the pitch. He would probably been on that score sheet if he was, but we did see Erling Haaland celebrating all of his teammates' goals in the stand. That was nice to see, wasn't it?
It was, and I tell you why also, even though it's lastly, I'll try to be short here. They're only 6 points away from Bayern Munich, who themselves have struggled. They haven't been at their best today.
What are you saying, Janusz?
What I'm saying is that they've done this on the back of Marco Reus, who was very, very important in the absence of their best goal scorer and best player, arguably. Well, no, not arguably, for sure. And so, if I look at them, in some of the matches they've got coming up, it's not a super difficult schedule. There's Bielefeld, Mainz, of course, not easy, but Cologne is part of that, and with 6 points, Bayern Munich not being at their best, missing some of the key players as well. Who knows, right? I mean, there's still a fight there in the Bundesliga. Look, by now, we normally celebrate Bayern Munich's title. I mean, sometimes even early in January, or sometimes even in December. 6 points, not inconceivable.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.